Operate. Operation 0. Operation 00. Operation 007. The alien Vulcan OG's internal.
Hey guys, I forgot to turn on the microphone.
Alex.
Because you have to turn it on in two places.
Plasma particle density down to 87%. Some sort of jamming signal.
I have tried Hitbox already.
Destabilizing
It's
energy output.
the connection to Hitbox and Twitch is being throttled. But there's it maxes out the upload towards YouTube. So my guess is there's some kind of whitelist that my ISP has, and Twitch and Hitbox didn't make the cut, and if you're not on the whitelist you don't get max upload speed. That would be my guess anyway. I'm not drinking today guys, I'm in work tomorrow and I'm just chilling out. So let me know how the stream quality is. I'd say, because I'm uploading at the max that the program will allow, so there might be a little bit of lagginess, but the quality should be very, very good. And if it is a little laggy, you can always lower it down a little later. Yeah, in theory, streaming on YouTube shouldn't be the best option. It's just the way that this thing has been set up by my provider has screwed me completely, and this is my only choice. Net neutrality is supposed to be a thing in the whole of Europe, so I'm a little bit confused by this, and I'll be expressing my confusement to the poor sales rep on the phone tomorrow, because this shit is not on. See, I always knew I had a connection that was able to stream at this quality. It just never would fucking do it. So now I know why, at least. I'm on Vodafone, unfortunately. I wanted to get a different one, but they don't have it in this apartment building. Honestly, the connection could be a lot worse, considering the building management recommended some really dodgy company just because it's one that they had installed themselves or something, I don't know. Anyway, but we didn't go with them. I don't know how I'm not running out of energy, because I'm not paying that much attention at the moment, but I know if you do attack liner, you will get a bunch of energy back, so that's an important thing to understand. Plus, if you keep them up in the air for long with just a basic sword morph, it costs nothing to keep a basic morph out, so you can see I'm regaining energy while I'm wailing away on them. So that will help you keep enemies in the air for longer. And generally, smaller morphs are actually, the smaller sword is better. Doesn't work on something like the dragon enemies because they're quite heavy. But for a lot of enemies, it's better to have a small morph because the big one swings very slowly. Thanks for waiting, guy. Yeah, it was bugging me not knowing what the issue was, so it was actually a friend of mine helped me out with it. If you bring up the network settings, you can see exactly how much bandwidth each thing is getting. And yeah, I forget if I already explained this, but when I upload videos, it's very fast. So I figured if I tried a YouTube stream, I'd be able to see. Maybe I should talk a little bit about the game while I'm playing. I don't know if you guys want tips or anything, but I feel like I've learned to actually start giving tips to people. One of the things that used to really bother me with these enemies was the whip. The whip has quite a long animation when it's pulling the thing off the enemy. But as soon as when you see that pink thing there, I didn't really do it there because I was explaining, but as soon as you see the pink on the enemy, that means you're latched on and you're about to pull off their armor. And you can cancel that with the Y button to reform your team, and the armor will still come off. So at that point, even if you cancel the animation, the enemy will still lose their armor, which means you can keep yourself safe. I don't think it has... No, it doesn't have 101 voice actors, but they do all seem to have different voices. If you equip a different wonderful one, it will have a different voice. Yeah, that was guy saying that Unite Guts wasn't very useful, which is just... What do you even say to that at that point? Oh yeah, I need the hammer here. Or I would ideally want the hammer. Here we go. I hesitated there because I wasn't sure whether I wanted to guts him or... Okay, that one I was just playing got hit by, but I wasn't sure whether I wanted to guts him or spring past him because I didn't really want to kill him yet. I want to give him a chance to summon more enemies. So I can do that. Yeah, this should be easy enough now. So yeah, doing the gun is good for building up combo, so I do the gun quite a lot. I'm actually really paranoid about what items I need to have for the underground thing, so I'm going to take a second to find all these. I know I already got them before, so they probably don't count, but this game is unimaginably cruel sometimes. So... There are much better ways of building combo than the claw, but the claw is one of the best at building combo with just basic attacks. It doesn't build the meter very well, the multiplier, but it does build the point thing very well. But yeah, when you start playing a bit better, you're much better off launching the enemy into the air or something like that. I was actually thinking about that the other day, that the claw wasn't the best example there, but I think it's not so bad, because the point wasn't really about the claw building combo, it was more just about the combo and damage being not mutually exclusive, but not quite the same either. Like what I said about the hand holds very true. The hand is good at killing people and not good at building combo. So that's really the takeaway there. I'd rank this above Bayonetta as well. I actually think it's my favourite Kamiya game, actually. Which I wouldn't have thought before I bought it and played it, because I didn't have any hype for it. I just sort of picked it up. And I thought, okay, well, this appeals to me maybe a little bit more than Bayonetta's setting or whatever. It looks kind of cool, I suppose. And then I played it and eventually just decided it was one of my favorite games ever. I would say these are another one of my least favorite enemies, just because I'll demonstrate that whip thing now. There, if I grab out of that, you can see the armor still comes off even though I cancel the animation. So it just helps you stay a little bit more safe when you're dealing with these guys. Although now that I'm looking at it, I'm wondering if maybe it pulls off a little less armor. It seems like that should have got rid of everything that he had. Anyway, yeah, there's not too much you can do with these guys before you just hit them with the whip enough times. I mean, you can hero counter their drill attack, I think, but it's not going to do any damage. I suppose that's my annoyance with them, is that they arbitrarily don't take damage while they have those spikes up, which kind of sucks. Ooh. Just trying to do a bomb there and look cool, but I fucked it up. Yeah, I would say Bayonetta is probably less flawed than the Wonderful 101, but I just like what the Wonderful 101 was doing a lot more. I forgot what mission I'm supposed to be looking out for. 7, I think it was. I originally hated this level because I didn't know how to recruit enemies, but once you figure that out, it's perfectly fine. It's actually kind of one of the better levels in the game, I think. Although it's very strange that the story, which keeps getting bigger and bigger, suddenly gets really, really small. I don't think that transition is ever going to feel quite right. I would say Resident Evil 2 is probably his worst game as well. I think that's only because he would never have made Resident Evil 2 if he wasn't just assigned to it, you know? And it's one of the better Resident Evil games. But, yeah. I love the camera angle in this game. And in fact, I think if I was going to redo my review of The Wonderful 101, I would probably go into the camera more and why it works. I did cover it, and I think I said everything I needed to say, but maybe I didn't emphasize it enough. I genuinely think it's a much better camera system than any other action game has had. Playing this game and then going back to Bayonetta, that's my big problem with Bayonetta, is the camera. It's just, even when it works, it's annoying to have to think about it from time to time. And think about, you know, am I going to need to move this? Like, when you're doing a torture attack. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Bayonetta is generally very fair, right? Because enemies can't attack you from off screen. But here's one thing. If you do a torture attack on an enemy and it doesn't kill the enemy, the torture attack animation continues on longer. I need to pay more attention. But yeah, it'll summon like a coffin to kill the enemy. And if you kill the enemy outright, the coffin will disappear as part of the sort of mini... what the fuck am I doing? As part of the mini cutscene. But if you don't, if it's not a killing blow on the enemy, the little coffin will stick around. And I've had it happen that that coffin obscures the view of an enemy right behind it, and then I get hit straight away. So, you know, you can say, yeah, well, every time you come out of a torture attack, you should just dodge instantly, but that just feels a little silly to me. And if you dodge, you can put yourself into more danger if you dodge without knowing what you're going into. And I don't mean to sound critical of Bayonetta, because it actually has a pretty good camera, and I like how enemies can't hit you when they're off screen, because really that's kind of the only fair way to do it. But either that or really strong audio cues. So that's what the Wonderful 101 relies on when stuff is off screen. And I just think it works much better. I don't know what number mission that was. I probably missed it. This is something I'm very suspicious about, because generally you can't get down these things, and even if I try and run at it here, I can't. But you can jump over this one. But every time I try it, I die. Kind of fall down and just die. And you can't latch on with Wonder White. So I'm hoping the next mission is mission 6, or else I fucked up and I'm gonna have to restart the level. Revengeance pulls off the camera pretty well because it just is basically a copy of Bayonetta. Enemies won't hit... Ah, I fucked up. I'm going to restart the mission. Enemies won't hit from off screen, and they have that flash. Yeah, I'll try the retry. You never know where this retry thing is going to drop you. Yeah, Rising was a little bit closer as well, actually. Yeah, I am having a little trouble keeping up with the chat. The chat is much smaller than I'm used to as well because of YouTube. This was not where I needed to be. I'm just going to restart. I don't mind restarting.
Operation.
Alex, Margarita's status report.
Oh, I never checked out the Steam sale while I was on that downtime. Is there anything good on it? I don't know if you were here earlier, but basically I've discovered that Twitch and Hitbox are being throttled. So, YouTube is not throttled. It's only a problem that affects my connection and presumably anybody else on the same ISP. But there's nothing I can do about that. All I can do is complain, and if nothing happens, then I'll just have to stream on YouTube in future. It's not that bad though. And you have to admit the quality is good. I was looking at it and you can see it in 720p and it's nice and smooth, so I'm pretty happy with that. I think you get about 2.5 minutes on this fight, so you get a very lenient time frame on this fight to allow you to pick up some enemies, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna start killing these guys now if they don't summon something. Here we go. Oh shit, didn't get Ukemi, did it? Oh, I did. Okay. If you rely on Ukemi too much, you're kind of screwed when it comes to the secret missions, because you can't use that for them. Come on. Fuck. I would recommend, if you could only buy one, I'd recommend the Wonderful 101, but that's just me. I think most people would tell you to get, probably tell you to get Bayo 2, but really you should start the series with the first installment, you know, so. Well, Bayo 2 is going to be dearer. Oh yeah, you get the first one free with that anyway, so yeah. If I was trying to be objective, I'd say the Bayonetta bundle is the better deal of the two. But in reality, I say fuck that and get some Wonderfuls going on. Oops. I think Kamiya has a lot of staples now. I'm pretty sure you can do dodge offset in the Wonderful 101 as well. Shooting sections and drawing mechanics and dodge offset in Ukemi. Not sure you can really call that his thing because it's technically a fighting game thing as well, isn't it? Just in a fighting game, it just doesn't undo damage. So that's, you know, that's the unique thing about it, but you can still press a button when you hit the ground in some fighting games to get back up instantly. Yeah, exactly. I don't know how far behind you guys are, but with Bayo 2 you get Bayo 1 anyway, so you should probably get that. just all about the tips today, so I'll give you another tip to anybody who's playing this. Abuse mines on the ground to get witch time. Anytime a mine is on the ground, if you dodge past it, the game technically thinks that you were about to take damage. So if you just dodge straight over a spiked mine, you will get witch time. Hero time. 9 times out of 10, you'll get hero time. Yeah, Ghost Trick is amazing. I'm not sure any game has ever had a better finale, and it just tied everything together so well. So, you're welcome, and it was my pleasure to introduce that game to more people. You know, so just keep spreading the word, man. That's how you can pay me back. I think I saw that actually on the co-optional podcast. It was Wooly was brought me up, so that was pretty cool. I messed that up. I've got a bigger hammer now, at least. There we go. I don't know why that happens sometimes. It's really annoying. I need to figure that out. Basically, a lot of the time when you get something from the ground, the fact that you walked over it about 10 seconds ago will register after the fact. And it'll kind of follow you. I remember one of the things that really helped me fall in love with this game was initially when I got the gun, because I'm so used to games are basically just a big series of tricks, like, because they're so complicated, programmers have to do, you know, kind of cheap, I don't want to say cheap, but technically smart things to trick you into thinking the game is doing loads of stuff. And so I assumed when you have the gun out, if, you know, when you fire that, it's just firing, you know? And that's it. That's all there is to it. And then eventually you realize that it actually subtracts people from your group. And if you run out of people, you run out of bullets. I'm not sure if you actually completely run out or if you just can't do the stinger anymore, because it looked like I didn't. But yeah, either way, that's just amazing. They actually go in and get shot out, and they go and hit the ground. The level of detail is pretty incredible. Do I have a favorite game soundtrack? Not really. There's so many that I enjoy that I don't think it would be fair to kind of just pick one. I've been listening to the Shin Megami Tensei 4 soundtrack a lot. I really like that. I've been listening to some of the Danganronpa soundtrack as well. Danganronpa 2, I mean. I think the soundtrack to the second one was a bit better. Although that's a little unfair because in a lot of cases the sequel will have songs from the original, and so they can use the original songs where appropriate. And Danganronpa 2 definitely does that. like Monokuma's theme. So it's kind of unfair to say that it has a better soundtrack than the original when it reuses half of it. Yeah, exactly. They're so different, and sometimes, you know, it's hard to judge a soundtrack. Like, just because, you know, a good soundtrack isn't necessarily something that you go and listen to when you're not playing the game. It's just something that complements the game well while you're playing it, you know? So there's all sorts of different metrics you can judge a soundtrack on. Ah. Oh, I was trying to do a counter there. Fuck. Yeah, that's pure platinum gun. Oh well. I feel like I could get it on this level. He died because he was on fire. I didn't like Skyward Sword's orchestral stuff, but the Mario Galaxy orchestral stuff is great. So I don't think it's fair to say that Nintendo is bad at it. I think they just happened to do poorly with it on that particular game. But yeah, that Sky music was way too epic. Was anyone paying attention to the mission numbers? Because I forgot to pay attention to it. If you were, tell me what number that last mission was. Okay, thanks. So if that was mission 5, then I'm not screwed yet. Oh, I think I see what's happening there. I see. I wasn't latching on, I was wasting the double jump, so I didn't have the double jump when I got there. That's why I fell down so many times a minute ago. So wait, this is mission number 6. Yeah. So there's a mission somewhere that I missed around here. So now I'm even more suspicious about that place that I can fall down, because it's right here. So I think there's definitely something I'm missing around here. Yeah, it has to just be a secret mission. It can't be one of the hidden bases because I have the bottle cap for finding all those and I don't remember there being one around here. So what is it? It's not these guys. How do you mean if I tried the glider? Why are you both saying that at the same time? That's making me suspicious now. Well, I won't deny that 999 has a stronger atmosphere a lot of the time, but I just like how Virtue's Last Reward was more gamey because it had a big spreadsheet that you could explore, and it just seemed to embrace the whole multi-path thing better than 999. If this works, I'm gonna be annoyed because this makes no sense. No. That was definitely mission number 6, and I went on and it was mission number 8. And now normally the mission numbers, you can find them in that order. It's not just a clue to go back and find it. You can actually get to mission 7 before mission 8. I think that's one of the little rules that they have. So well, maybe I'm mistaken, but I was definitely missing a mission around here. Any tips on making using enemy weapons less shit? Well, they're great for combo points, and as long as you realize that you're in it for the combo points with the enemy weapons, you're not actually in it to do damage with them, really. They're just a fast way of building combo, but that's good because the faster you build your combo up, the faster you can end the fight, because once you're satisfied with your combo, you can start focusing on damage. So if you think of it that way, doing combo can help you decide to finish the fight quicker. I don't know if I'm supposed to go back down here. I wouldn't be surprised. Some kind of invisible trigger that happens when you move that up. No, I don't want to know just yet. I'll keep looking for a minute. I might actually just quit the mission and figure it out later, because there's other stuff I can play, other levels I can play. I can go onto hard mode and do some of the earlier levels. Yeah, I did it! There we go. I'm glad I didn't say yes now. So that was it, really. You just had to trigger that thing and then turn back. That's the kind of thing I don't like. Uh-oh. Oh! 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 That sucks. I suppose I wasn't getting pure platinum anyway, but I deserve it. I'm not saying I don't deserve it, but I would have got pure platinum on that if the Ukemi had time to complete, but it didn't. So, the game considers that I took damage. I was just trying to get a few more points off the core before it exploded. I was wondering if you could do that. Actually don't know why I did that, just force of habit from the later ones. Now I've fucked up the timing on them. Okay. Stay on. Yeah, I heard that wind up. You would think that killing this guy with the gun would be the smartest way to do it, but I find just building a massive sword and hitting him from range kills him much more quickly. Although there is that problem if you can't, if you run out. Oh yeah. Oh, it's everybody's favorite enemy. And that is an interesting strategy there. Oh, didn't pay off that time. But somehow there a second ago I was able to cancel the hero counter and do something different with it instead. That damage right there was panic. Get him? No, I didn't. I actually I'm okay with the turtles after playing it a bunch. There's a few different ways you can deal damage to them, so I don't really mind them. It's really the dragons I hate the most. I wish Unite Camp was more useful. Like right now, it'd be nice if I could just hammer the Y button to do it. I thought you could do that. I don't know. It's funny that I like platformers so much because I'm extremely impatient. I'm extremely impatient. I just can't. See, that kills me, waiting for this platform to rotate around. I'm not even sure it's actually impatience. I think it's more just a case of thinking that I can do it, regardless of what the actual situation is. Just, yeah, I can do that. Right, I'll be back in a sec.
preparations.
Alright, I'm back.
Team, unite up!
You get a lot of batteries in this level near the start. Fuck.
Disappeared just like those glasses on your head always do, right, old man?
No, you swaggering ninny, the alien pirate. What's his face?
I think I've already forgotten what missions I'm supposed to do in this one. I think it's the 5th,
He was in such bad shape
The
we didn't
fifth
bother posting guards.
and the
What was
8th.
the
I
point?
need to keep that in mind.
Now there's not a soul in sick bay.
You don't think he plans to commandeer the Virgin Victory, do you?
In his condition, he couldn't hope to.
Probably he went to pay a visit to the laboratory. You know, the one in the back of the ship. Private. Perfect for the, how you say, number 2? Think? That is why you go there, no? Budget, Camembert.
Pull it together, people. We have a mission to finish. Team, let's move!
Where are you?
Oh fuck, I thought it was going to be a snake. Oh yeah, I think I know where one of the secret missions is on this one.
Engine offline. Switching to auxiliary power.
countermeasures and magnetic shielding down.
You get the Ice Whip by unlocking Alice. These are actually one of the better alien weapons. I like them. They could flow a little better, but I suppose that would overlap with the claws. But anyway, yeah, I like those ones. The animation isn't too long on them. Is there a downside to the claw? It freezes enemies, which can be a bad thing sometimes. I'm trying to think of any situations. If you have an enemy in the air, you definitely don't want them frozen anyway, but generally I wouldn't use the whip in the air, so I suppose it doesn't really have that much of a downside to it. Oh, I didn't even notice that. What the hell? Come on. There we go. Couldn't do anything for a minute there. Oh, I tried to counter that. You guys had me worried there for a sec that the stream was dead. It's not, it's still up, isn't it? Yeah.
Activating subquantum radar.
Yeah, it's just the pad, because there's a delay on it, so... Yeah, I blew it. Oh, there's quite a delay on this thing. But, yeah, pretty disappointed I took damage there, because the crabs or the scorpions are usually not really very easy enemies. I'll say, for anybody who has trouble with those guys, getting good points on them, one thing I always do before I crack them open is draw a Unite Hand just right in front of it, and the Unite Hand will, as a team attack, and that will just punch away at them and give you that little bit of extra time. And I like that. I didn't like it at first. I found it kind of weird that you didn't automatically keep your combo while you were cracking them open. But it makes sense when you think about it with the team attacks, because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to draw a team attack before you go in and kill them.
Fire detected in sector A203. CAFS deployed.
I think I've missed something, so I'm going back for it. Yeah, here we are. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Umbran Climax either. It's kind of like they wanted to put some decision making in on how you would use your magic meter, but the decision pretty much makes itself, because you can either torture attack the enemy or you can't. And if you can torture attack them, you're probably better off doing that, but if you can't, then you're better off with the Umbran Climax. And so there's not much to it. It's kind of just like a torture attack that you actually play, which is kind of good, I suppose, but yeah. I'm sure there's something better they could have done with that. But that said, I have only done one playthrough of Bayonetta 2, so I suppose that's subject to change. What are my favorite bosses from the Souls games? I'd say Old Monk and Artorias. Maybe Calamite. Maybe, I'm not sure on that one. Oh, look at that one gold. Look at that one gold. Feel my pain. Could have been a big pure platinum trophy. Fucking scorpions, of all fucking things. Probably the easiest thing in the whole fucking level. I don't know. Oh well. Just gotta live with it. At least it's an improvement.
Roger.
Yeah, I'm missing something here. I don't know what it is, but I'll try and find it while I play. One gold medal. Yeah, a real fucking great lexicon.
Join the Geyser.
Sorry guys, I let you all down.
Output down 20%. Solar sail output down 40%.
Oh, I hate this mission. This actually, I hate this mission the most of anything in the whole game. The whole game, even 006B. We're gonna be here a while. There we go. Nearly did it without taking damage, but not quite. See, that's the thing. I don't know how you're supposed to do this realistically without taking damage. Unless I'm missing something. Yeah, I should have done the controller thing, whatever.
Solar sail output down 70%.
Oh, I know what I'm missing, yeah. Here we go. I've caved into peer pressure, guys. I'm gonna have a drink. But just the one, because I'm in work in the morning. So, don't go getting any ideas. to switch over to the sword there because I was killing it too fast. I might not have got a good enough combo. Oh, I did, okay. We are on normal mode after all. I'm just having a cider. Yeah, chill the fuck out. I'm just playing normal because you have to unlock one of the bottle caps. You have to do all the secret missions on normal, hard, and very hard. So I'm back on normal for a while. I actually don't like it, weirdly enough. I don't like the slowdown effect when you're morphing anymore. Kind of fucks me up a little bit. Ah, that's a shame. And that. Yeah, I hate these guys. Yeah, I'm kind of worried that playing on normal and hard will make that hard mode too hard for me again. Because I was actually getting pretty good at it. I had a few platinums on some of the earlier levels. So yeah, I'm hoping I don't run into trouble when I'm forced to go back. I need to explore back here because I missed something last time I was in this level on my first playthrough. I wouldn't be back here anyway. You can, there's a retry button in the menu, but the save points are extremely erratic. And the worst case scenario, this is something I should have mentioned in my review because it does make trying to 100% the game kind of annoying. The worst case scenario is if you press the retry button, sometimes it will actually take you back to the level you were playing earlier instead of the level that you're currently on, which is very weird. But yeah, it will do that. So it's not very reliable, but you can, if you mess up, you can kind of try it as a last ditch effort. But I would say Kamiya probably didn't care about the retry option. He seems like the kind of guy who really likes people to just clear something in one go. And I like that as well, actually. I'd be fine with no retry option if the load times in the game were just plain better. And if there wasn't quite so much stuff that you couldn't speed up. I'm fine with sections that don't play like the regular gameplay, but it's when they take such a long time to complete, like in 006B, that it becomes a real pain in the ass. What the hell? He's going in slow-mo. What the fuck? Yeah, the underwater shooter is a big problem. I was looking on the Platinum Games blog and there was an entry about that. And they said, and it's a clever idea, one thing that you can do is you can equip energy converter, and if you use Unite Guts, it converts the bullet shots to energy, which means if you have the energy converter on, you can get health back by absorbing shots. Which sounds really great, and I was hoping that that would make that level a lot less painful. But the thing that they didn't mention on the blog is that that has no bearing on your ranking. If you take damage, even if you heal it up, it still counts at the end that you took damage. So that makes no difference. So I'm still stuck with no idea how that level is supposed to be done. I know I could just look it up, but it's more fun to try and figure this stuff out. So I actually don't know if I could look it up, because it could just be a case that it's as hard as it looks. I'm streaming on YouTube because my connection to other streaming sites is being throttled, so YouTube's the only choice that I have for a quality stream. Yeah, I don't have strong feelings on it either way, to be honest.
Terrain following radar offline.
I know if I go there, that's the last mission of the level. So I'm a little confused as to what I've missed. I wish I could remember where all the secret areas are, but I can't for some reason. Maybe that is everything there? I don't know.
The wonderful 101.
I would say there's probably quite a level of pride that they still have a company after
Blossom City outskirts.
getting screwed so hard with Clover.
Team, after 20 years of silence, gather.
It's supposed to be on hard mode, so I think it is anyway. Find out now. Should be a tough enemy if it's hard mode. Yeah, it is. Okay. Just kill this guy because the time constraint here is pretty tough. When you say other characters, what do you mean? I have to wait for this thing to fall over. There we go. Oh, there's not many people there. Oh, there we go. There's on spot yet. 2015 is looking strong for games because 2014 was so weak. I think that's it. Pretty much all the good stuff got delayed. Ah, my combo reset there. It should still be alright to just go for it. Really thought I would have killed him before he hit me. Oh. Yeah, I'd say Bayonetta 2 probably was the best game of the year. God damn it. Oh, I gotta stop hammering Tombstone so much. Oh wow. I didn't think I got that. I need to go on. Fuck! It's my impatience again there. I might not have hit the time requirement on that. I did, okay. Oh, I didn't even bother doing this on hard because I thought they were all the same thing. Shit. If I just stay away from that turtle on the right, he'll be forced to use the underground stuff, which won't be able to hit me with the hand. Fuck. Oh my god, I can't believe I got hit by that. Haha. And that. Don't even need those batteries. I think that's all the secrets I need to get in this level. Yeah, that's the hard thing about the turtles when they both hit you at once. It's hard to know what to do. See how this does on these guys. Oh, doesn't work. Yeah, the enemy types are very homogeneous in the within each encounter. Like I said, though, it seems like such an obvious thing. They probably wanted to do it or tried it and it didn't work. So, because they repeat the enemy patterns so many times. Oh yeah, I don't need that. Oh my god, this has happened to me before. Fucking yellow getting stuck in things. I don't know what that's all about. That happened to me the other day. I died because of it. Come on. There we go. Really? I would have thought that was a good enough combo. 3,000. For just one enemy, it seems like that would be enough.
Splendid.
Roger.
The wonderful 101.
The amount of money that went into crafting such a completely mediocre year for games. Probably subpar, actually, if anything. Although, I say that as someone who was never the target audience of Destiny or Titanfall, so... yeah. Still. I would say cancelling Tombstone in the air is probably the best way to start mixing up the juggles. I hit no. Yeah, I shouldn't have risked that. Okay. And again. This one, see, you probably think I should just be equipping the sword or whatever, but this one is tough because the time constraint to get platinum on it is very, very strict. So I think you really do have to use the hammer. Otherwise, you can't do it consistently because you don't know how often it's going to attack you. I played Kingdom Hearts back in the day. I quite enjoyed myself, but I'm afraid to go back to it because I think I might cringe myself into a black hole if I played it again. Yeah, so I don't know. One of those ones I'm just afraid to go back to because I don't know how it actually holds up. I suppose if you take it for what it is, it's probably fine, but I love shooting this guy in the face when I'm at this big. And the people who latch onto him will do damage and keep your multiplier going, so it serves a purpose as well. The reason I wouldn't want to go back to 2 in particular is because that, what was it, 6-hour tutorial or something? You don't leave that starting town for 6 hours, I think. If you know, bother to pay attention to the story, if you're not just skipping everything. That's pretty crazy. I think it's the worst tutorial and introduction I've ever actually gone through, I've ever completed without giving up. Yeah, the story of those games is so convoluted and silly. Yeah. There's gotta be people out there that are really into it though, you know? Oh, I hate when one of these little guys is left. That's it. That's probably the time requirement busted on that. Is there another one? There's another one. Oh my god. He's way up there. Oh, that's awful. That's gonna be a gold. Ooh. Yep. Oh, this is one of the harder secret missions I find. Especially because dropping the thing is so awkward. But I think the idea here is to teach you that you can just run away from these guys. And if you're holding the Y button and you run directly away, you will always get away. Like that. I think I'm gonna stop streaming after this mission. No, I haven't played Earthbound. It's on my list, along with a million other things. But here I am playing this game again instead. Backlog guilt. I'm sure a lot of you know that. A backlog is impossible to stick to, but you can't avoid having one. If you have a game and you haven't played it, it is automatically in your backlog. There is nothing you can do to change that fact. So, you know, you're just gonna have to live with it. Oh, I hate when these guys jump into the air. Not see that coming. Jesus Christ. Alright, here we go. Why didn't they shoot at him there? That's really annoying. Oh, what? Is it even possible to dodge that?
Hostiles on Tachyon radar.
How about you?
Alright. Right, that's me out. I will probably stream again soon, considering this stuff is fixed now. It seems to be a hell of a lot better than it ever was. So, and I have a bunch more Wonderful 101 to play, so I might as well just stream it. But until next time, I'll see you guys later.